good morning, or good afternoon. My name is Frank Monaco, and I'll be your professor for this section of CSEC 630, section 9041, in the semester 1209. We begin class on the 10th of September 2012, and I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the course. My background can be found in the bio section up here at the top of the page when you enter the class. And if you also are teaching assistants bio, this is my bio. That's what I look like. I'd appreciate it if you were to go in and post yours. You can do that under the class member section and put a bio of yourself. Here's a class member list. Everybody has access to this. Okay, let's go back to the main page, and I'm going to hit class announcements. The first thing you should know is the way I set up the class announcements is the last in is the most current. So this is the oldest down at the bottom, and at the top, if you scroll all the way up to the top, this is the latest announcement. And the simple key that I use is a pound sign followed by two numbers with a period between them. So this would indicate 0 week, the week before the course starts or before the course starts, and the third announcement for that week. And 1.3 would be the third announcement for week 1, for instance. These are some very important bullets that I put here. It tells you what to look for, some of the things that I observed in prior weeks, and what you should be looking out for to be successful in this class. Okay. By the way, my contact information and all that is at the top of the syllabus, okay, which is, I urge you to print a copy of the syllabus. This is how you can get me, okay. Google Voice or follow me. MonacoFamily.com is my website. I'm on Twitter, Professor Monaco. I have a YouTube channel. That's the channel that you're looking at now. And I will respond to your email or your phone or whatever within 24 hours, or you should call somebody at CSEC to find out if I'm still alive. I'm serious about that. I take it very seriously, staying in contact with all my students. Okay. The printable version of this has everything you need to know, so I would print a copy of it out. It talks about grading. It talks about each lesson, what your readings are supposed to be, and for each lesson. Now, to make life a little easier for you, I did inside of the conference section, in the intro section of the conferences. Let's see if it comes up here. Sometimes it takes a little time to load. Okay, here it comes, Tycho. So I'm going in introductions check-in here. I put in where it says introduction from the instructor. I put in this CSEC weekly bookmark. I print this thing out and keep it by my side because it's got a list of all the weeks that you are in the course, in the section, and what you should be reading at each one of those weeks. So that's an important conference to go to. And also, I'd like you to post your introduction like this, so I know who you are and that it's the introduction. Just like these, that'll be fine. And if you like, also post a bio and a picture of yourself in the student roster section. These are the conferences. They're self-explanatory. The preliminary conference, the code of civility, the code of student conduct, the questions for the instructor. Here, you should post questions that pertain to the whole class and the course or life in general. Okay, it should be not just something between you and me, but something between me and the class. Okay, if you want to post something between just you and me to keep it private, send me a private message or an email, etc. Questions for the TA, if it's something technical, especially when it comes to the lab or for turning it in, post them here, and if it pertains to the whole section, same thing as questions for the instructor. Conference activities, what I'm looking for here is some of your references that you use to figure out problem areas in cybersecurity. Okay. Cyber Cafe is general, anything you want to talk about, football, baseball, the political agenda that's going on in the United States now, the election is upcoming, whatever. If it pertains to CSEC, that's good. If it doesn't, it's okay. Put it in Cyber Cafe if you want to talk. Turnitin instructions. This is an important conference because we have to use Turnitin for 2 different assignments. The first assignment is the individual assignment, and then the team assignment. So basically, you're going to have to learn how to do it. I want you to put a test paper in, read this particular conference. It gives you an assignment to do a test paper after you created a Turnitin account if you don't already have one. So basically, I gave you the instructions on how to do that in this little blurb right up here, this conference posting. Okay, the instructor videos, that's where we are now. I'll post new videos here and let you know about it in the announcement week. And then in the 12 weekly conferences. I call your attention to the 12 weekly conferences that we have updated weekly week grading criteria. This has changed. So you have a minimum of 4 conference postings and 2 initial postings and 2 after the initial postings, 2 response postings. And that's how the grades will be given for this conference week. There's 6 conference weeks, so it's a pretty big chunk of your score. This is, you could print it out the whole thing and have it close by if you want, but basically this is a change from previous semesters, and so you might want to take a good look at that. These are usually the 3 discussion topics. You have to answer 2 of them by Thursday evening, and then you have to respond to your classmates' posts with references by Sunday evening. Okay, we're going to go back to WebTyco, and I have assigned study groups. Okay, the study groups members, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. These aren't final yet. It depends on who's still around on the beginning of the course. Some folks have withdrawn, and some folks may be added. So these will be your study groups when we do this team project. So they were assigned alphabetically. Hopefully there'll still be a roughly the same amount of people in each study group when class goes live. Bibliography, portfolio, and gradebook. The gradebook, I have a different view of it than you. Here's where I'll post your scores and your feedback, and so it's very important that you look at the gradebook. I'll tell you when I've done that for each particular assignment, and it should be there. Chat room, if you want to chat with me, you could set something up. I'm also on Skype and on FaceTime. Class members, a list of the class members, as I said before, and a private message function. Private message function is some way that you could communicate with me and me alone. Okay, so I have a lot of different courses here. So you select the course, this course, which is 630-9041, and that's how you communicate with me privately, or send me an email, just as private. Okay. In either case, going back to class announcements, and if you got any questions, I'm available 24/7 by 365. Again, to the syllabus, printable version, and here is my contact information. Thank you. Have a great semester.